Under the lights here at Wallace Wade Stadium, it's Pitt and Duke in a primetime game that's an exciting opportunity for the Panthers as they resume ACC play.
Let's get some takeaways today. Hungry dogs for 60 minutes.
Let's go find a way. Let's go get the win.
Under a cloudy Carolina sky, the 8:05 kickoff temperature will be 66 degrees.
We're going to create the energy out there. It'll be our fans and you. Beat Duke got 3. 1, 2, 3. Beat Duke.
The ball came out. Big scramble for it. The Panthers have it.
Harris wants to throw. Picked off by Pitt. Ford into the end zone. Touchdown.
Counter Pitt, we still coming. Wait,
Intercepted at the 35-yard line. Running to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. That's Paris Ford again. This defense is much fun to watch.
They are. They're fast.
Brent stares up into the night sky, takes it to zone 31, 35, 40. He's got a wall at the 50. In Duke territory at the 40. He's at the 20 and down at the 19-yard line. Pickett gets the shotgun snap. Throws it for the near side of the end zone. There's Taysir Mack. He catches it for the touchdown. Big rush. He's hit, and the ball comes out. Pitt has the football. Pickett rolling right, throws for the end zone, and the touchdown is rung up by tight end Nakia Griffin-Stewart, his first as a Panther.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
They try the trickery here in the pass. That's going to be picked off. Dane Jackson.
I think Dane gets one of my game balls tonight. He's hit and he's sacked. Great job of flying through there for Amir Watts. Panthers give a gift to the Blue Devils.
And the Panthers find themselves in a football game now.
That is a 44-yard touchdown to give Duke the lead. Would you believe?
Right now, they're on the losing side of the ledger unless they can come up with a drive.
1:30 remaining, down by 4.
Plenty of time to go score a touchdown.
Do your job. We're in good shape. Do your job. Okay, gotcha.
Pickett throws the pass. It's caught on the far sideline. First down, Taysir Mack. Pickett back with a shotgun snap. The pass is caught in Duke territory.
Good job by Aaron Matthews making a combat catch.
And a timeout called.
You got time, you got 30 seconds.
Pickett is back. Here's the blitz. He throws a pass down the middle. It's caught inside the 15, at the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Panthers! It's pulled in by Malik Carter, who refused to go down. And the Panthers are back on top. An 82-yard drive, just what the doctor ordered and just in the nick of time. Big rush. He's hit. The ball's out. The Panthers recover. And this ball game is gone.
It don't get no better than that.
Panthers stared adversity in the face and prevailed.
Family on D. 1, 2, 3, family.
It starts as a game, a gathering of friends. And slowly, as some begin to sit back, others stand out. The joy of playing turns to passion. And as the skills develop, so do the minds. And they begin to seek challenges, peers, and mentors to further their abilities and opportunities. The love and passion becomes a thirst for people in a place
We make history today in Pittsburgh.
that will embrace and push, a hunger for excellence,
Clinch the
and to
ACC.
be in and among champions. These are the dreamers, scholars, leaders. These are the guides, teachers, mentors. And this is the opportunity, the challenge, the place. This is Pitt Beyond the Script.
This week on Pitt Beyond the Script, we recap the Panthers' high-scoring primetime victory over Duke We'll spend some time with the Outland Trophy Defensive Player of the Month, Jaylen Twyman. We're in Pitt studios with Dan Fisher, the coach of Pitt's top 5 nationally ranked women's volleyball team. We'll hear from Pitt lacrosse coach Emily Boissonneau. We'll go behind the scenes with the Panthers swimming and diving team as they film their hype video. And another of our Pitt Hall of Fame profiles this week on Pitt Beyond the Script.
And being a great football team, and that's what we got in here. Don't you ever question that. 1, 2, 3, go, man!
We have won Pitt's first Coastal Championship.
Intercepted at the 29-yard line.
And he's gone!
Matthews. Got it! Panthers win!
Hail to Pitt!
This is the future site of women's lacrosse. Progress is always in progress.
I want to be a head coach that's going to let let the girls develop and learn, who they are. I want them to believe in themselves. I want them to believe in me. Women's lacrosse is growing, so in the last 4 years, they've been able to build 2 professional leagues. I did get to play for the Boston Storm, and then playing nationally for Team Canada, and now coaching Team Canada U19.
Really excited about Emily Boissonneau, our new head women's lacrosse coach. She's dynamic. She's very confidently rattled off the ACC teams that she's beat. She's beat every ACC team that they've competed against. And she came from JMU, James Madison University, where they won a national championship a year ago. So she knows what it takes to win at the very highest levels. And, we're really excited to bring women's lacrosse to Western PA and certainly the University of Pittsburgh.
I've seen both sides of it. I've seen a championship level program, and I've seen a starting program, and I'm excited to be able to put that together. And the athletes I'm going to be able to bring in here, I want them to believe in that dream as well, and to see that, again, I'm not just talking. I know how to do it. I've done it. And we have the academics and the athletics. Can't sell it enough. Pitt just has it all.
Team. Okay? We play as a team today, together.
Hey, we dreamed of this moment right here.
We got to focus today, have great details on the little things that we need to do to be a great football team, okay?
Hey, big games, I come for that.
We become great tonight, okay? Everybody will know when they watch the Panthers play tonight. Do your job, use your tools, the right tools, not the wrong tools, and get it done. Who's got it? B2 got 3, 1, 2, 3, B2!
Welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside Pat Bostic. I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Pat, another event-filled game against Duke. Let's jump right into the fact that this is a big matchup, I thought, for the Panthers, because this is a Duke team that lost Alabama but had been rolling heading into this game, and Pitt was able to get off to a terrific start, beginning with a Paris Ford touchdown return.
Yeah, that pick six was unbelievable, and obviously the game started with a Duke drive after Pitt went 3 and out. That ended in a field goal. They're down 3-0 to get that pick six and get the momentum of 6 turnovers in that game, where this defense has kind of been starved of turnovers. They've gotten after the quarterback. They coupled it with turnovers, and they capitalized early. It was a good win to get on the road. Not easy to win on the road in the ACC. It's a veteran Duke team that's going to win a lot of games.
At the 10, at the 5, into the end zone for the Panther defensive touchdown is Paris Ford. After that tip pass, he pulled it out of the air and scampered down the right number.
Plenty to get to in regards to the game. Maurice French, a big punt return, as again, the Panthers getting a lot of contributions, defense, special teams, and offense in that first half.
Yeah, Andre Powell talked last week about just trying to get one return. Yeah, they were close, and that was the one, obviously, 50-yarder that set up a score that you need. I mean, all 3 phases need to contribute for this team to win, and Maurice French has been a game changer for them. He's leading the league and maybe the country, I think, in receptions per game, had 10 at halftime. In that game against Duke, and his special teams contributions are very valuable.
Talking to Pat Narduzzi last week, he talked about the importance of a short field, how that can lead to big points, that as a defensive-oriented guy, he's happy to give a team the ball at the 20 and say, I don't think you can march 80 yards. The Panthers were able to get excellent field position in that first half.
They were, and they capitalized. The capper with the Tayseer Mack back shoulder fade, he's been terrific. It kind of was a role reversal, because really the only touchdowns that Pitt's given up all year, aside from a couple on defense, have been short fields after turnovers. They finally balanced it out. Got some short fields, were able to score. Didn't score early off of one, which was disappointing, but to score touchdowns off those short fields, that's how you sustain momentum.
Rolling right, throws for the end zone, and the touchdown is rung up. It's pulled in by tight end Nakia Griffin-Stewart, his first as a Panther.
Up 26-3 at the half, and you're thinking they might blow Duke out. They were blowing them out in the first half. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you're seeing is something flashing up on the TV screen saying this might be the largest comeback in Duke history. And it almost was. Again, the turnovers went the other way. Is that an issue for the Panthers? Is this a one-game thing, in your opinion?
I think it's a one-game thing. Ball security is a problem. Obviously, the Paris Ford muff punt inside the 5-yard line shouldn't even be fielding that punt. He's a young player that's only going to get better and learn in those scenarios. He's a dangerous guy that if you see him get a return, I promise you he'll make something happen. But he's got to learn from that. Dontavius Butler-Jenkins, it's always the guy you don't see that causes a fumble. Caught that curl route. It's a first down. Next thing you know, it's going the other way. And then Kenny Pickett got robbed by a defensive lineman drop. And those are learning experiences for, generally speaking, young guys. Kenny's a veteran. It just can't happen in big games. If that's a closer game, the tides go the other way. Next thing you know, you're down double digits. And that can't happen, especially going up to the dome.
So, Pat, talk about that last drive. What is Kenny Pickett thinking? You're a quarterback. What's going through his mind? You're trying to rally your team when everything has gone downhill against you.
Yeah, I think it was 130, 125, 3 timeouts. So no need to rush anything. And I think that's what I saw from him that was terrific, was his poise. He went out there and just took completions, made a couple nice throws. I think it was 5 different receivers he completed balls to on that drive. Tayseer Mack had a nice catch. Might be mistaken. Aaron Matthews down the middle was a big play. He took what the defense gave him, got rid of the football, and obviously I think the epitome of poise was the touchdown to Valik Carter. And I want to point out 2 things on that play. Number one, it's a zero blitz. The same blitz pretty much that they had brought where he threw the pick, where he's got to retreat. He knows he's only got 5 men in protection, and he's got to get the ball out of his hand, but he was patient enough to go out and throw it to Valik Carter, who made an unbelievable spin move.
Pickett is back. Here's the blitz. He throws a pass down the middle. It's caught inside the 15, at the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Panthers from 27 yards out. It's pulled in by Valik Carter, who refused to go down. And the Panthers are back on top.
With a bye coming up right now, and the Panthers a 4-2 record and playing really good football right now, this is a good time for a bye, and what can be accomplished in this bye week before they take on Syracuse?
I'm not sure there could be a better time for a bye for this team. They're banged up. They've come off an emotional run. You've got 3 straight games where you have to win it in the fourth quarter, 4 straight where you're in the game in the fourth quarter with a chance to win it. It's emotionally draining. It's midterm time for school, so it's an opportunity to get back in the books a little bit, and they get to lick their wounds a little bit, coming off a win. Licking your wounds after a win is better than licking your wounds after a loss. This team getting healthy, particularly in the backfield. On offense, the defensive backfield with Jason Pinnock and Jazzy Stocker hasn't been playing. A.J. Davis, Vincent Davis on offense. They get their energy back. They get those guys healthy, and they're a better team moving forward. I don't think it could have come at a better time for Pitt.
Pat Bostic, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. We still have more to come when we return on Pitt Beyond the Script.
Goes on the road and steals one in Tallahassee. The Pitt Panthers remain unbeaten in conference play.
Hello and welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script alongside Pitt head volleyball coach Dan Fisher, I'm Rob King of AT&T Sportsnet. Coach, I want to talk about your team. You're obviously off to a great start, but before we talk about what's going on currently with the team, I want to take you back to the preseason portion of your schedule. It felt like you really wanted to strengthen that portion of the schedule. Is that accurate, and how did you think it went?
Yeah, if with the injuries we had, if you would have told me we'd be 11-1, I would have been over the moon. And we wanted to play that tough schedule. We wanted to play teams that would prepare us to advance in the tournament, and so I think we put together a nice schedule, and it couldn't have gone better.
Anytime Pitt plays Penn State, there's going to be some excitement. The 2-game series, obviously it's a top program. You went up there, really took it to them. Here, I think it went 5 sets. Can you talk a little bit about those 2 matchups?
Yeah, so we played, that was probably one of the best we played offensively at their place the whole season. And, we were in system. We were spreading the ball to both pins. We were playing fast, and they really didn't have an answer. Did not play as well offensively at home, but and lost to nail biter in 5. It was one of those games where if you actually add up the total points, we had more points than them. We out-hit them, we out-dug them, so we were ahead in a lot of stats, but not the one that mattered.
Now, it's always best to learn, I think, after a victory, but can you learn something from a match like that? Something that will help you further down in the season?
Yeah, I mean, we played in some big environments, but the energy in the building was probably the biggest of the year, and I think it took a few sets maybe to settle in, and it was not our normal self. We were not our normal selves. So, that's the kind of environment we're going to see the more we advance in the tournament. So we got to get better with it.
Start of ACC play, you come up with 3 consecutive sweeps.
Yeah, we've been consistent, and it wasn't our best volleyball, but it's always good to win 3-0.
There it is. Pitt wins it. 4th-ranked Panthers simply had too much.
Florida State, a ranked team, maybe a little bit bigger challenge than your first 3 matches. You were able to sweep those away, as we mentioned. Talk about the way that match unfolded for you.
Well, no doubt. I mean, they're a top 25 team for a reason. They have the best blocker in the country for a reason. And so it was a real great crowd, good environment, real interesting challenge because we're such an offensive team and we don't tip a lot. We attack the block, and they're a very good blocking team. But we didn't back down, and so that I was proud of the team for kind of settling in that 4th set and finding a way.
The Pitt Panthers remain unbeaten in conference play.
As you look at this point of the season with the 11-1 record, obviously every coach, you'd love to see a nice smooth trajectory on the growth of your team. Have you seen a trajectory on the growth of your team? First of all, and has it been smooth enough for your tastes?
It's
never for a coach, right?
Never smooth enough. No question. We started out the year with Chinaza in the middle, and we've made the switch to put her on the right. And since we've done that, she's been hitting over 300 every game and just been a real force as a blocker. And we've also moved Sabrina Starks into the starting lineup. And she was, I think, over 400 this weekend, and she's a little taller in the middle. So I think it's helped our block. And then the development of, Lexis Akeo has been huge, and she's getting better by the moment. And so we feel good about where we're at, but never too good.
You had the Lunds and the Van Buskirks and players like that maybe fans who started to pay attention to the volleyball team know a little something about now. How is that leadership group, the people you expected to be top players, how has that progressed at this point of this?
Some have surpassed my expectations. And she's probably one on the right. But to take it back a few years, we got a commitment from Kayla, Chi, and Lane Van Buskirk all within a month and a half. And they weren't, necessarily the top recruits at the time. They were really good recruits, but I had this feeling. I said, hey, these girls could end up being really good players. And so now we're seeing kind of the benefit of that kind of nucleus, being together for they're all juniors and seniors now. Then you also have Stephanie Williams, 5th-year senior, 3-time All-American. We got a really good transfer libero. So we just have a lot of experience on the court.
Now, are there players, before I get to your promising young freshmen, are there players who progress within the system, maybe have to wait their turn a little bit? aren't the instant superstar. And I'm sure that's gratifying for a coach to see players like that stick with it, stick with the program, and then get rewarded with playing time as they become a junior or a senior.
No doubt, and that's like a goal for us as a coaching staff. We want to be known as the kind of program that in a couple years people are saying, where the heck did that girl come from? And so we have a few right now that have done that. Sabrina's one that's kind of worked her way into the starting lineup, but we definitely have, especially in our freshman class, some players we're really excited about.
All right, let me ask you about one of those freshmen, Lexis Akeo, whose sister played here. I think she's 17 years old, right? A young freshman, and playing well.
And yeah, she was thrust into a starting role. We had a feeling she might be good enough to do a two-setter, but she was thrust into full-time duty when we had an injury at the start of the season. And
that was crafty. Lexis Akeo, she's only 17. That was a veteran move.
She is 17 and will be the whole year. She's a year young for her age, but she's not 17 on the court. So she's doing a really nice job, and we're really pleased with how she's progressing.
Well, one of the great stories certainly in Pitt athletics, the Pitt volleyball team. Coach Fisher, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. We still have more to come on Pitt Beyond the Script.
I always wanted to play in Coach Narduzzi's defense because it's like mano-a-mano.
Sack back at the 11-yard line.
One-on-one, man all day.
It's that man again, Jaylen Twyman.
It helps us make more plays.
Pitt bringing the pressure. Walk here.
I've been doing this a long time. I've been fortunate to coach some really good players, and he's getting into that group of the top 2 or 3 I've ever coached in terms of how he approaches the game. His work ethic on the field is contagious, and you're starting to see the production come from all his work, so I'm happy for him.
Henderson is sacked. Jaylen Twyman at a loss of 10.
I don't care how many plays I make that game or how many I have made. I know that I got to keep getting better, and just know that I have not arrived, and I'm just always trying to be humble and stuff like that. So I'm just always trying to be the first one in and the last one out. And sometimes, coaches will tell me that I'm overworking myself, but I'm always trying to outwork the opponent, whoever they may be. The decision to change the number when I went from 55 to 97, it was a long decision, and I definitely was thinking about it, because I've had 55 since I was a little kid, and that spring ball going to my redshirt sophomore year, I was just thinking it's time for a change, and I want to put some more pressure on my shoulders, to keep getting better. And I know wearing that number from Jabbar Sherrod and Aaron Donald, there's a lot of great names behind that number.
Tackled the quarterback and the back.
Yeah, every time I see him, he's working out with Coach Andrews after we just got done, and he's always flexing and stuff. So if we bump into each other in the locker room, I might talk a little smack, yeah, you see me getting strong or something like that, and then he'll show off his helmet, and there's no comparison. He's kind of like Hulk Hogan.
For us to have arguably one of the best, if not the best defensive player in the world come around the entire offseason and even swing by during his bye week or when he has some time off is a huge advantage for all of us. What you see showing up on film that you can tell he's learned from Aaron. Some of his pass rush moves certainly emulate what Aaron has done. It's those kind of things you can certainly feel the effect that Aaron has had on him just in a year or two.
All 115 guys on our team, including the coaches, all have a chip on their shoulder and all know that they have not arrived and stuff like that. And the silence is golden, and I just try to keep working when people try to compare me to Aaron Donald. It's definitely something that I look up to, and it's some shoes that I want to fill, but I know each and every week that I got to keep working and keep getting better.
We're just here hanging out. It's about to get back in the water. Take some great videos.
We're just having fun out here, filming the hype video for the Pitt swim and dive team.
Get ready to get outflexed by this.
They're taking this more seriously than I had intended.
Can we?
They keep flexing. Oh, I have to find it again.
Yeah, no.
How you feeling? For all the Pitt Panthers swimming and diving fans,
Can't wait to see this amazing hype up video. It's gonna be awesome.
A little bit chilly, but I'm used to it.
Go! Well, right now we're shooting our hype up video. We're gonna weight ourselves at the bottom of the pool, which is, Shan's gonna go first. She's gonna do a little arm cross thing. So 1 is like this, and 2 is like this. Okay, I didn't know if it little hands on the hip action, a little bit of everything. Just hyping the Panthers up. And just look at it. Try to look pretty. Look good at me. That looks awesome. It was really cool. Like, he showed us a couple clips of it, and like, I think it's gonna look really great. I'm excited to see the whole thing when it's all put together. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
How was it?
It looks so cool underwater. It was kind of hard to hold my breath that long, but it looks good, so it's worth it.
You guys ready for the 2019-2020 Pitt swimming and diving season? Come out and support your Panthers.
Sue truly set the highest of standards for Pitt swimming. She was an All-American as an individual. She was an All-American as part of relay teams. And she even went on to represent the United States in the 1984 Olympics.
Her talent level was wonderful, but maybe more importantly was her work ethic and her focus and her ability to always be better.
I never saw her fail. She succeeded everything I saw her do.
She was a very intense, focused, competitive athlete.
As hard as she worked in the pool, she was very energetic outside the pool. Her nickname, Bubbles.
Sue Heon was an 11-time All-American, earning national accolades in each season of her collegiate career.
Sue has 7 Pitt school records and was an 11-time Big East champion.
I told her that if she came back to finals and became an All-American, that I would shave my beard.
The next day, we had a team meeting when the team returned, and there was a strange man sitting in the front of our room, and sure enough, it was Coach Belowich with no beard.
You made me a better coach. I hope I made you a little bit better swimmer, but mostly it was you.
She was just incredible at how she approached every day, just willing to go as hard as she could go.
Next week on Pitt Beyond the Script, we spend some time to honor and recap Pitt's second Hall of Fame class. That's next week on Pitt Beyond the Script.